Hey, what's up? It's Ben here. Let's do some YOLO calls on some hype stocks. Yeah? Just kidding. I'm not that risky, maybe just once in a while, and that's if I'm totally okay losing my investment overnight. I've made some plays like that before in the past, and it could get pretty emotional. But anyways, today's video is not about making super risky moves. This is mainly for my retirement account. That's why I'll show you what I own, and this is specifically for my Roth IRA inside my Webull account. I played this account super conservative, so that's why I haven't been giving frequent updates. Plus, every year I can only contribute so much and not get penalized for it. But for my individual account, I can do way more because it's my individual account. Feel free to check out my older video on my individual account where I hit my $25,000 mark, and I'll give you all an update on that in the future as well. And by the way, if you guys have a Roth IRA this year for 2021, the maximum contribution limit is still $6,000 for those below 50 years old. And for those who are 50 years or above, it is $7,000. So if you haven't armed your Roth IRA, maybe it's time to do so. So you can take advantage of any sudden dips in the market. And if you're watching this and don't have a Roth IRA, please consider getting one because it's so powerful. You'll get all your money and gains to be tax-free when you retire. Now, who doesn't like that? If you want to set one up with Webull, I even show you step-by-step instruction to do so. But first, you'll need to have an account with Webull. All video instructions is linked down below just in case you need help and want to open one. So overall, my whole Roth IRA portfolio is only up about $1,600, and if you take that and divide it by $12,000, that's only about 13% gain. The $12,000 is how much I had to begin with. Granted, I didn't immediately exercise all my buying power all at once because I wanted to spread it out throughout the year. And when I look back on my performance, I realized that the S&P 500 outperformed me. So basically, if I were just to take all my money and dump it into ETFs like SPY or VOO that tracks the S&P 500, I would have been just fine. But I'm not mad, I'm still up, and my dividend produced inside my Roth IRA allows me to slowly grow my buying power when I max out my contribution limit. And for this year, I already maxed out my limit by putting another $6,000 into it, so now it's time to buy some stocks. I know back then I made a video talking about my dividend growth strategy. I'm still going to stick with it since it hasn't been a full year since I opened this account. In addition, I'm going to invest in some growth ETFs because I can't just let the S&P 500 beat me. I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy, I just know that there are way smarter people out there who knows way more about companies than I do, and they are more about growth, and I really want my portfolio to hit all-time highs. It's a little bit risky, but you can't have a growth stock without any risk, plus I will always have my stable dividend stocks with me. So the two ETFs I'll be buying will be ARKK and ARKG. And these ETFs are both managed by the legendary Cathie Wood. And if you haven't heard about her before, many experts compare her to Warren Buffett, but like the younger and smarter version of Buffett. Both ETFs have grown triple digits, and I don't see why it would stop growing unless the world is about to end. And for those of you who don't know about the ticker ARKK, it's basically just a lot of tech companies that could potentially change the world or the environment that we live in. I think we are going to be constantly moving forward, and because of this, tech companies will increase in value over time. And by the way, their major holding is Tesla, just in case you're curious. Now, for those of you who don't know about ARKG ETF, it's related to DNA technologies, or how they put it, genomic revolution. Its focus is extending and enhancing human life. They have various companies from biotech to healthcare, and one of their major holding is Teladoc. I also strongly believe it's the future. The quality of life will just continue to be better and better as time goes by, and it's possible with the help of these disruptive companies with ARK Genomic Revolution ETF. So rather than just investing in one company, I might as well just have someone else smarter handling all the research and ride with Cathie Wood. I'm just saying. And by the way, these two ETFs both have an expense ratio of 0.75%, and that's just how much you'll pay in fees for having someone manage the ETF. But if the companies are growing like crazy, that 0.75% expense ratio wouldn't matter. That's just my opinion though. So with that being said, let's jump onto the desktop to see what I currently own and how much I will be spending for stocks. So this is my active Roth IRA, and this is currently what I own, and I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stocks right over here. But first things first, collect my free stocks, and if you haven't done so, sign up and you get 2 free stocks, and that's value up to $1,850. So go ahead, I currently have 4, so just go ahead and claim them. I'll take you here, and then I'm gonna see what I get. So Zynga, got that. ADT, got that for $9.30, and another Zynga, and then ADT. Okay, good. Close that out. So if you guys sign up with your account and want to collect your free stocks on your desktop, you're gonna have to click on this flame icon that's above here. You can't see it right now where my cursor is. It's above my cursor, and once you click on it, it'll open the promotion center, and it's called Promotion Center. So I'm gonna just close this out. And so this is my account. So I have VTRS. So I'm gonna basically give you a brief rundown of my stocks. VTRS, I basically got this because I own Pfizer. I have no idea what this company is or what it does, so I'm probably gonna sell it later, but I have my gains at like 12%, so it's not bad. But I'm gonna be selling this later just to have more buying power. And speaking of buying power, I currently have about 7,000 or so, or a little bit less than 7,000. So I did upload my $6,000 here for my contribution, so I'm good for this year. So the second one is FRT, and this is a REIT, long-term REIT. I'm really bullish of it, so at up 23%. And then O, Realty Income, this is also a REIT. This has been paying their dividend for the past decades actually, so it's still up. I'm still collecting my dividends, so I'm going to be long holding this one. And then for my strategy in my other videos, if you've seen my other videos, so basically Dow is part of my strategy. Right here, Cisco is part of it, WBA is part of it, Verizon is part of it, Pfizer is part of it, and ExxonMobil is a part of it. Okay, so these two got booted out, so I'm gonna boot them out sooner or later, but it hasn't been fully 1 year yet, so I'm gonna just still keep them. And basically in this entire portfolio right here, all of them runs about higher than 3% dividend yield, and except for this one I just got it because of Pfizer again, so I got it, so I'm gonna be selling that one. So all of these are above 3% dividend yield. And for AT&T, I just got it because it has a 7% dividend yield, and also it's a pretty strong stable stock in terms of what I think. Though I have their cell phone plans and stuff like that, so I pay for them. So basically this is basically almost paying part of my cell phone bill, if you may ask. But granted, I can't take the dividends out because it's inside a Roth. I just want to keep it inside a Roth. As for AbbVie, I just have it. It's a pharmaceutical company. It's strong, 31% gain, so I'll just leave it as is. And for these are all part of my strategy, but again, I have to take out 2 of them because I currently have 6 for Dow, and then Cisco, 6 in total. So I'll be taking 2 of them out, and then buying back 1 more. I believe it's going to be Coca-Cola, if Coca-Cola has a stronger dividend. Right now it's because Cisco is at 3 in the low 3%, Coca-Cola is in mid 3% in terms of dividends. And if you were to go back to my previous video, I do talk about the reasons why I bought into the stocks that I'm buying right now. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and buy my 2 companies, 2 ETFs, ARKG ETF right over here. So currently I'm trading in the middle of the night because it's currently at 1:40 a.m. in the middle of the night. So basically this is Pacific time, so it's about 4 something Eastern time. And Webull, the benefit of Webull is that there's a pre-market trading. It starts at 4 a.m. so it's good. So I get to trade at 4 a.m. where everybody is sleeping, or so. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm gonna go ahead and start trading this. So I'm gonna buy 7 shares of ARK, and that runs about like I think I want to say like a little bit over $1,000, and yeah, that runs about $1,000 here. So price, so there's no movement right now, but so this is firm. Usually during the day you'll see movement right here going up and down. So asking price, the sellers are asking $140, $154.79. So if I hit that price, it'll just execute. And I'm going to go ahead and type in that price, because if I were to hit the bid, it's not going to execute. So it doesn't really matter on my end. So I'm going to keep this long term anyways. So $154.79. And then extended hour, yes, because this is extended hours. And then hit buy here, and then I'm gonna place order, and it should execute. Yep, it just did. It filled. So currently in my portfolio, I have 7 shares of this, value up to 1,000. So right over here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you that I'm actually gonna buy these stocks that I say I'm gonna buy. So hit buy, and I'm gonna go with limit. It doesn't have the ask price for some reason, so I'm just assume it's gonna be like $111 or so dollars. So extended, yes, and then quantity, yes. I'm gonna do 10 right over here, so a little bit over 1,000. Place order, and it filled up. Okay, so I bought it at $111.56. Just as a bonus, I'm gonna buy AT&T. So ticker symbol is just T actually, AT&T, and then I'm gonna hit buy, and I'm gonna just go ahead. So right now, currently AT&T, I own 45. It's down 4% or so. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just buy just for the heck of it, because AT&T gives out 7% dividend, and it's a aristocrat stock. It's a dividend aristocrat. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna just go ahead, and they're not gonna cut their dividends anytime soon. Extended hours, and then 28.56 or 28.63. Hit that, and go ahead and place that order. It's about $143, and then executed. So then now I have 50 shares of AT&T, which drops my unrealized loss to 3.88%. So now currently my buying power is $4,579, and this is gonna last me throughout the entire year. So if any of these stocks decides to take a major dive, like minus like negative 10% or so, I'm gonna be buying more. And I did the exact same thing with Walgreens. Walgreens was just down like 16%. And I kept on buying, so that's why it came out to be like $2,000 something that I spent on Walgreens, and now it's up like 27%, which is a good thing, because I know that every time when it hits so much, when it's losing so much, I'll just keep on buying, and then I'll just go back up. And because these are big stocks, so I believe in them. So hope you guys like this update. I will also be increasing my buying power with my individual account and update you guys on what I'll be buying next for my growth accounts. I can't post much regarding my Roth IRA because I simply can't put a lot of money into it, and also don't want to risk my retirement account going south by trading random stocks. And if you guys like videos like these where I show you my entire portfolio, feel free to give it a like and maybe consider subscribing to stay tuned for more. Maybe you can also grow your investment portfolio as well. But anyway, I'll catch y'all later.